My name is Sister Rita Greenkey, and I'm a daughter of Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. I have just come back from South Sudan, and I'm here on holidays now in Sydney. So I just want to share with you a few stories of South Sudan, and to let you know how you help us do our work in South Sudan. So I want to share a story with you about a beautiful place, very, very isolated in South Sudan, and it's called El Dama. I became associated with El Dama when they wrote a letter to me begging for water. They wanted a water hole because their women and young girls were travelling so long, such distances to get their water, and so this was a great hindrance to them, a great hindrance to education for the girls. It was too much problem for the women because half their day, literally so, was spent getting water. So through the help of the Mission Office here in Sydney, funds were made available for what they called a donkey, which really is a water point. It was made available for this place called El Dama. The people there are not exactly Dinka, they are non-Dinka, so they belong to what we call the Jur. They're a beautiful people, they're agriculturalists, they're not pastoralists. And anyway, this particular time, the driller had funds for 4 boreholes. So now I think maybe we were at our 3rd borehole, and I was going with our driver and other helpers. We were just checking on the progress of the donkeys that were being drilled. Now the first one was fine. They had struck water and the pump had already been installed, and so they were pumping, and it looked really good, a good success. So then we continued on and we came to El Dama. Well, honestly, you would not be able to imagine what we found there. It was just beautiful. Water had just been struck and it was deep and strong. Now, when we got there, water was just streaming into the air. It was beautiful. And some government officials had already been there because they wanted to see this borehole. Water was streaming into the air, and some of those men were really in tears. The men were crying because now water had come home to them in their own place. Women were ooh, dancing around, dogs were barking, women were running, trying to get their little bit of drink with their hands. Jerry cans were coming in from all directions. Goats were there. Look, honestly, it was the most beautiful thing that I've seen in years. You people here, honestly, I thank you 1,000 times for the donations that you send. You cannot imagine what it is to be without water. Even for me, when I go and see these places and realize the difficulties that they have in getting water, that is why I make the effort and submit their applications. Thank you for water at El Dama. That is just beautiful. You could never ever know. Now, when the water pump was installed and they were ready now for pumping, they said, "Sister, this is not enough. We need more." So I said, "Okay, what do you need?" "We need a school. Now we've got water, now we want education for our little ones." So I said, "It's possible. That is possible, but you just have to start, like everywhere in South Sudan, start under the trees. Build your little shelter and put some seats, and then I can bring along some blackboards, exercise books, chalk, basics." But I said, "Where's your teacher?" And one young man came. He said, "Sister, I'm a teacher. I'm going to teach here. Let me teach." So anyway, then the sad thing was that COVID came. COVID came and disrupted the whole thing. So actually, since then, I have not yet even been back to Aldama, but most certainly they're going to get their little school. Just only a few months ago, when schools reopened, I got a letter from Aldama to say, you promised us a school. Now our children are still there with no school. What has happened? So I said, well, COVID came. What I want to say is 1,000 thanks for what you make possible for a people that you will never ever know. And I would hope also that when you find difficulty in your life or wherever you need help, be it in any field at all, I hope some kind person comes into your life just the same as you've come into the life of these really disadvantaged people. So 1,000 thanks and God bless you.